Yet, Gina Robinson may be moving into the Collins house soon. Of course, that will bring some other trouble between Trina and Esme as they both live with Spencer Cassidy under one roof. Trina didn't like the idea of moving in with her birth mother, Portia Robinson, and Curtis Ashford after leaving the dorm. So Trina moved into Collie Spencer house after Jocelyn Jack's suggestion. However, a lot had happened to the Corrento family lately, so Trina knew she shouldn't stay here too long. Meanwhile, Laura Collins and Kevin Collins are preparing for a trip to Chantier in search of Nicholas Cassidy. Before that, Peter Cassidy had revealed some information about someone's location and Laura assumed it was Nicholas. The trip had to be made, and the Collins family feared that Spencer and Esme would clash if no adult were at home. Laura then enlisted Alyssa Davis and Alyssa's daughter to keep an eye on Spencer to make sure that Spencer doesn't cause any serious problem. Later, Laura also feared that Esme might make an escape from the Collins house with Ace Cassidy, so Laura asked Alyssa to keep an eye on Esme's feelings while the Collins family lived town. Once she felt reassured, Laura made the trip soon after, despite some people objection. Spencer and Gina will have a conversation in which Gina talk about the trouble the Corrento family is facing through Jocelyn narrative. Spencer came up with an idea to invite Trina to Laura's house to live. Because both Calvin and Laura had left the house and the house was empty. Trina wouldn't agree, but Spencer was convinced that living in the same house with Spencer would bring quite a few positive. Spencer wants to prove she loves Trina, and so does Trina. Trina also felt a little uncomfortable about letting Spencer and Esme live together, even though Spencer considered Esme an enemy. Because Spencer and Esme had been lovers in the past, and Trina couldn't be sure what would happen to the two of them without Laura at home. Spencer also wanted someone else to play with Ace beside Esme. Esme has been quite busy lately because she has to work as a receptionist. Trina is also quite suitable for playing with Ace, and that is proven when both Spencer, Trina, and Ace have been captured by Victor in the past. However, the person who opposes this idea is Trina's biological mother and even Uncle Zeke Robinson. They argue that Trina was and is being seduced by Spencer. They were afraid that their Trina would be tricked by Spencer and thrown aside when they got bored. With the reason that Trina could not live with Spencer without being engaged, Trina and Spencer felt extremely awkward. Although Trina doesn't want to listen to her mother and uncle, other people will also have a different view if Trina and Spencer live together without being engaged. Trina and Spencer can take a risk by deciding to live together so that Trina can get pregnant. Trina's pregnancy will solve a lot of current problems. Of course, that's not very good for them. In the end, the life of Spencer, Trina and Esme will be temporarily changed if Trina really moves in with Spencer and Esme. Esme may also feel that her son will no longer be safe at home. Esme is able to bring Ace to work and watch over Ace herself. This will give Spencer and Trina more free time together.